Hi grade 5s. Today we're going to do the topic revision for this unit, processed materials. So let's quickly recap. First of all, you need to remember that the type of material that people choose to make something depends on the properties. So if we look at these two tables, for example, people will choose either the concrete or the wood depending on what they need. If they need something that's not so heavy, not so expensive, and maybe they don't mind if it withers outside, they'll choose the wood. If they need something that's stronger and harder and can withstand the elements of the weather outside, they can choose the concrete, for example. On the next page, it's very important to look at the keywords. There's some really important concepts here that you need to know what they mean. You need to know, for example, what it means when a certain material is fire resistant, waterproof, whether it's durable, heat resistant, and so on. Then we looked at different types of materials and what they are and what they're used for. So the first processed material is plaster of Paris. This is what they use to make a cast if you break an arm or whatever, like you see in figure 2. You can also use it to make casts for dentistry and to make works of art, like that mask over there. Then we looked at concrete, and concrete is used a lot within building and for water pipes, towers, and so on. Next, we looked at fabrics. Remember that we get different types of fabrics and they are made with different things that we find in nature. Cotton, for example, is made from parts of the cotton plant. Silk is made from silk that we get from silkworms, and wool is made by weaving the wool that we get from sheep. Those are just some of the different fabrics that we get. Next, we looked at ceramics and glass. Ceramics are materials made from clay, which is fired or baked. So when we take clay and we put it in a very high temperature, it becomes hard and more durable than clay, and that is called a ceramic. There's so many ceramic things in your house that you can find, like basins, toilets, bathtubs, tiles, mugs, and many more. Then we looked at plastics. There are so many different kinds of plastics. We get them in different shapes and forms and colors. You get a harder type of plastic, like the ones used for these things that you see in figure 17. And then you also get softer types of plastic, like the plastic wrap that we use in the kitchen. We like to refer to it as Glad wrap. Okay, and then we looked at paint, and this section looks at different colors and different uses for paint. Remember that paint is not only used to make something look pretty and colorful, it's also used to protect whatever you are painting. So people paint a gate, for example, to make sure that it doesn't rust, or they paint a wooden chair that stands outside to protect it from the weather elements. The next page is about a project, but we're not doing that this term, so that's not important. The next section went into traditional processing. So that's just different ways that people in our country have traditionally used to process different materials. So the first is the way that they use clay to make different things like pots and bricks. And then the next part goes into making processed things like hats and baskets and mats and thatch roofs. The important thing here is to know the difference between the three things mentioned in figure 27, plaiting, weaving and coiling. So plaiting is like you see here in figure 26. It's also the same method we use to plait our hair, girls. And then weaving is that picture over there. That's when we weave different plant fibers together. And then coiling is what you see in this picture over here, when the material is put in like a spiral kind of form. Okay, and that's it, guys. So you're going to be doing the topic revision here on page 108, and you must have a very, very blessed day. Miss you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.